I want to welcome everyone to the Career Academy, the Butler County Career Academy. I've got Mr. Corey Smith in here with us today, and he is cutting out a plate here. Going to prep it up for an open V groove joint. So you see him right now, he's on the track course of what we got. He's going to put this right here in the bevel. Notice also want to let everyone know that he does not have a mask on, but we're all social distance. Everyone you see in this video is going to be in a booth away from everyone. Sometimes the mask being on makes their safety glasses and stuff fog up, make it very difficult to see what's going on in a working environment. So we have took all the precautions to make sure that we're social distance. Corey Smith has been in this class right now since the 10th grade. He is a senior at Georgiana High School. Corey, since you come in here, I want to have tell the viewers of what you've learned and what you're doing at this very present time.
When I learned, when I started off, I wasn't as good as I am now, but I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and a lot of good teaching, and I came out good, and now I'm on open V horizontal. I did a bend test on overhead and vertical, and I passed them, so now I'm moving on to horizontal.
And since you've been in here, you've learned how to weld with the 60-10, 70-18s, MIG weld, and now you're doing open Vs, which if anyone's connected with any kind of welding procedure, this is very difficult. Corey, how old would you say you was?
I'm 17.
17 years old. So for a 17-year-old guy to be able to do an open V and to pass a bend test on this, and to be able to not only just pass the bend test, but also meet the specifications that we're looking for in doing so, he has done a really, really great job on doing this. What is your plans for the future?
When I get out of Reed State, which I'm currently attending, I want to go to the pipeline and get my own rig and go from there.
Well, good deal. He's one of the guys in here. He's worked very hard since he's been in this program. And if you see his welds, and you'll see some later today as he's in the welding booth, it's really paid off for him. The hard work, dedication, and not giving up. You got anything you want to add to this?
I just want to thank Mr. Stacy. He's just been a great teacher from the start, and he's always there. If I need to call him and ring him and ask him this and the other, I can call him and do that.
I don't know who's all tuned in here watching this, but if you're in any kind of field where you're looking for a super guy that's going to be able to work hard every day, this right here is going to be your man. You ought to get in contact with us, and we can line you up with this guy right here. He's an exceptional good welder, and even a better person, and a very hard worker. Corey, it's been an honor of mine having you in here. We're going to move on out here, and I've got another guy here that's in our program. Jacob Simmons. Jacob Simmons is Jacob, this is your second year. He came in here when he was in the 10th grade, and he has progressed really, really well. Matter of fact, he is also on open Vs in the vertical position. And so he's done, we just done a coupon test first of the week. So where he welded one up, we took it, cut it out, and bent it, what he would have to do if he had to take a welding job or a test for a welding job. So we done that in the vertical position. We cut coupons out. I have a bender here in this class that we can bend the plate and be able to tell him, and he'd be able to see whether it's going to pass a test or not. He was successful at what he done in the vertical position, and now he's cutting some stuff out, getting prepared to do something in the overhead. I'm gonna let y'all watch this guy make this cut. We're gonna hope it falls off. I'll put him under pressure then. Jacob is a junior here in our program, so he still likes another year of being in here. This will be his third semester that he's in this class. I think I've talked to him and have heard word from his dad. This is something he really loves to do. He works really hard this right here. Put a little bit more gas to it. You good? It made him nervous a little bit, I think. And that's just how it's done. Jacob, I want you to take a few minutes right here, if you would. Tell a little bit about yourself and what your plans are.
Jacob Simmons. I'm a junior year in Greenville High School. Been in here for about a year and a half, 2 years. And after high school, I plan to probably go to Reed State or something and get a job welding on a pipeline somewhere. I don't know where yet, but
Jacob, is this something that, I mean, the way that you come in this class and the things that you come in here and do and the way you work, is this something you're going to want to pursue as a career?
yes,
Is
sir.
that what your mindset is?
Yes, sir. I have a lot of fun doing this. It really it's fun to me.
And anybody that knows what he's doing by welding open V's and just passed the vertical bend test as a 11th grader, so this is his third semester in here, knows that by doing this, you have to be pretty dedicated to have progressed to the place that he's at this very present time. So he gets in here. He's one of them guys you don't have to worry about. He comes in, grabs his stuff, goes to his welding booth, and gets busy. So he is going to be a great welder in the future. He still likes another year in our program. And him, like Corey Smith we just interviewed, I'm going to hate to see the day they leave. We're going to move on out to the welding trailer, and we're going to show y'all some guys who is in the process of welding. We have this shop here, but we also have a trailer that's set up out here. And inside this trailer, we have 14 welding booths. They're very nice. I'm going to move down here to start with. Here's Jacob Simmons. Jackson Simmons, excuse me. He is the cousin to the one we just interviewed. And I'm going to show y'all a little bit of what he's doing. I'm trying to get some close-up shots. So y'all bear with me just a second. And you can see the idea of this right here is 2 3/8 plates that have been prepped. So he's going to wet it from the front side so you have 100% penetration coming out the back side of it. Very difficult task. This is what I was just describing about what Jacob Simmons and Corey was doing, and now you see it in action right here. Anybody that's ever tried this process and tried to weld, it's very difficult to do some of this stuff. Jacob Jackson, listen to this right here. I want you to tell a little bit about yourself. Jackson, what grade you in?
I'm in the 12th grade. This is my third year in the program. And after I graduate, I'm planning to go to Reed State in Evergreen and finish my degree. Hopefully find a good job in this field.
This right here is something also that you want to pursue as a career, maybe?
Yes, sir.
Jackson has been in here with me now. This is his third year. Came in here in the 10th grade. He has progressed very well. Very hard worker, very smart guy. He's that guy that you can give him an assignment, give him something to do, give him a task, turn around, walk off, and when you come back, he's going to have it done. He is straightforward. No game playing with him, no horse playing. He's strictly business when he comes in his class. And it shows by the quality of work that he does. Jackson, you got anything else you want to add to anything?
Not really.
And y'all might have seen this guy. You was also in in the building and maintenance. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So y'all might have seen him there. He's going to be a good tradesman. Knows how to do a little bit of everything. We move down here to the next booth. Oh, we're going to catch him welding ways. And this right here is Terry Cook. Some of y'all may know him. His mom is a principal at, I think, at the elementary school. Trying to get in where I can see what's going on without messing him up too much. This is Terry's first year in this program. This is his second semester being in here. And Terry, we call him T. So T, what grade you in this year?
I'm in 11th grade.
He is 11th grader here at Greenville High School. He's been involved in the Career Academy now. This is his second semester. Working on 60-10s. One of the things you do when you come in here, and I want to stress this to the students as they come in. And I'm going to ask T, have you ever welded before you ever stepped foot in here?
No, sir.
And so I would say 99% of the students that come into our program have never welded. I want y'all to know, don't be intimidated by that. We're going to teach you how to do it. We're going to try to be very patient with you. Have I been pretty patient with you, T?
Yes, sir.
All right. But how'd it come along so good with you?
It took me a little while to get it. Once I got it, Miss Stacy just told me the whole time. I finally got it. They didn't get mad at me. Man, it took me a little too long to get a hold of it. He didn't get mad about it all the time. He just helped me along.
And I'm trying to stress it, and I'll stress to anybody, come in here and practice. T, come in here and practice every day. Work at it, work at it, work at it. I told him one day it's going to click with you, and it did, didn't it?
Yes, sir.
So he's a great student. T, glad to have you in this program, man.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Let me move down here. Let's get in here and see what's going on with Cade Coker. He's doing something very difficult, and I'm going to let y'all see what's going on if I can back up. He is welding an open V in the overhead position. And for the ones who've never welded before, imagine trying to carry something that puddle right there becomes it's a liquid puddle, liquid metal, and trying to carry it in the overhead position. You know what gravity does. It's very, very difficult. This guy right here has been in this program now this is your third semester. Been in here now for a year and a half. And he has progressed greatly. I've had very few students to have progressed in high school to where he's at. And this guy right here has done it. His name is Caden Coker. Caden, tell a little bit about yourself, what grade you in and what your plans are.
I'm a senior here in high school. I'm in this welding program and I play football here at my high school. My plans are to go to Reach State and finish my loan certification and probably get a job with like a pipeline or something like that. And planning on welding for this and all.
Yeah, let me turn around. Let me see if I can get up under here. And I don't know if y'all can see what's going on, but it's hard to see it. But he has done that in the overhead position, and it looks really good. And it's difficult for me just to get turned around upside down where you can look at it. So you can imagine welding like that. But most of the time on the job, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Very difficult task, and this man here does a awesome job at what he does.
Mr. Gaston?
Yes, ma'am.
2 questions. Explanation of the battery cable hanging on the pipe. And number 2 is underwater welding done or taught the same way?
I'm not very familiar with, you said underwater welding?
Yes.
I'm not very familiar with the underwater welding technique. It is something I've never been involved with. So I do not know a whole lot about that. From what I've studied and what I've read on it, a lot of the same principles apply to underwater welding. It's just going to be different equipment and different stuff that you're using to be able to move that water out of the way as you're welding. And what was your other question?
Why is the battery cable hanging on the pipe?
I got you. That right there is going to be, I want you to pull that down. Take your welding lead. This right here is called the welding lead. This right here, take a welding rod and put it in there. I want to show y'all, this is the welding lead. It's hooked to the positive side on the welding machine. There's a positive side and a negative side. This right here is the electrode. Once it comes in contact with that plate, it's going to create a complete circuit where the positive now is going to make contact with the ground, and what causes it to have an arc and being able to weld. So that jumper cable that you was talking about is a welding lead is what we call it. And that right there is the electrode holder. And you can see what it's got there. This right here is Jabbar's Bogan. And Jabbar, this is your second year in this program, right?
Yes, sir.
Jabbar's has progressed greatly since he's been in here. Anytime when you see these students that has something tacked in an overhead position, they have progressed fairly well. And he has done 60-10s in the flat position, 60-10s overhead, 60-10 vertical. Is that correct? And now he has done 70-18s in the flat position, and now he's working on 70-18s in the overhead position. And he does a very fine job at what he does. George, you got anything you want to say?
Well, ever since I first got in here, Mr. Gaston, he was very patient with us, learning how to weld. And he makes sure that he gets with me and he helps us out a lot. So I thank you for being patient and teaching me how to do it.
Yes, sir. Jabbar, is this something that you may want to plan as a future?
Yes,
is that what you're working on?
Yes, sir.
So you're 11th grader here, right? So he still likes another year being in this program. And your plans when you graduate?
Or to go to Reed State for welding and stuff like that. And when I got out of Reed State for that, I wanted to pursue a job in the welding field.
I don't know if Mr. Letts tuned in with us today or Miss Simpkins from Reed State, but you can already see we have a nice group of young men that has plans on pursuing a career there at Reed State, and I thank y'all for that. Let's move over here. This is Quentin Hamilton. Quentin is a senior here at Greenville. This is his first year in our welding program. This is the second semester here. He is just getting started to come in here along with Terry Cook and another guy. They're doing an awesome job. Quentin's one of these guys that comes in every day. He's going to be here. You're going to find him right here in this welding booth trying to perfect his skills. He's doing an awesome job at what he's doing, progressing really well. We'll let y'all see a little bit of his welding here. Don't let me make you nervous. Pull that one down and grab you another one for a few minutes. Grab you a new one. It's going to be easy to start. Let's see what you got there, Quentin. And guys, this right here is the second semester learning how to weld with a 60-10 in the flat position. Quentin, you're doing a great job. Quentin, what you got to say?
I want to thank you for letting me up in the welding program so I can get better at it.
Quentin, is this something that you want to add to maybe pursue as a career?
Yes, I want to add it to I want to add it with my destination.
Good deal. And guys, yes, y'all heard that he's going to also pursue a industrial maintenance at Reed State. That's his plans as of right now, to be able to take welding and industrial maintenance. So congratulations, and I hope all the best to you there, Quentin. Keep up the good work, my friend. Back down here. Now, I know I started today with a guy by the name of Corey Smith. He's done got his plate cut out, and he's been doing that. Now he's down here welding. We're going to just watch him here for a minute. Guys, look at that root pass. don't even have to look at that. You just hear the sound of the way it's flowing through there. And Kelly's doing a good job. Anybody that's been around welding knows about this process. You know what that sound there means. All right, when he's finished it all the way to the top. Now he welded that from the front side over here. That was welded from this side, but it's pushing all the way through to the back. And I explained this earlier a little bit. The idea of this is to be able to get 100% penetration through a piece of plate. So when he gets through welding this right here, it's going to be welded solid. And there is some criteria that have to be to this. That weld in the back cannot stick out no more than 1/8 of an inch. And when it gets through on the cap, the things I'm looking for is I don't want a cap that's no higher than 1/8 of an inch. But yet at the same time, it cannot be any lower than the thickness of this metal right here. So there is some criteria of not just wet it up, but it has to fit within them specifications before we would even be in one of these plates right here. This has been one of them guys that's able to do this day in and day out. Corey, the question was asked that you've been in here for the longest. You had the one that's most experienced. What would you have to say of some students that was looking to take this class and to pursue this career? What would you have to say to them?
I give them advice when you come in here. It's hard work, and teachers ain't here to babysit. Neither is the ones in the office. They're gonna treat you like you're grown and adults. And if you act that way, they'll treat you. They'll treat you good. They'll do you right. And it's a lot of hard work. So you gotta be willing to put blood, sweat, and tears and a lot of hood time into it to get a good outcome.
Corey, would you say by being in here? Because one of I think the things, the misconception is we can just come in here, spend a little bit of time, and we're going to learn how to weld. And it's not like that. It is a lot of hard work, a practice every day. And this is one of them, would you agree? This is one of them jobs and one of these trades that you got to do it. And that's pretty much what it amounts to.
When you weld, there's no way around. You can't fake it till you make it. You got to really put everything that you got into it, or you won't get a good outcome.
Yeah, and he's been one of the guys, and it's paid off. He's come in here every day for the last 3.5 years, and he's worked every day at perfecting this his trade, and he has been getting very good at it. Corey, how old are you right now?
I'm 17 years old.
17 years old, and I challenge anybody that's watching this video, you see what this 17-year-old guy is doing, and anybody that knows anything about welding knows right now you did not get here by not putting in some hard work. This right here is not something that's given to you. It is earned. Would you agree with that? Yes, sir. What would you have to say, it being your first year, for somebody that's thinking about coming in here? Well, what would you have to say to them, and what should they expect?
Before I ever got in this class, I had never touched a welding rod in my life. I mean, I've looked at welding machines. I have plenty of people in my family that are welders and all, which interested me joining this class. But Mr. Stacy's going to be as patient with you as he can. Like I said back there, it took me a little bit to catch on, but as soon as I caught on, it was good. But he was right beside me the whole time. He didn't get frustrated or nothing. He just kept on working with me.
And pushing you every day.
Yes, sir. And hey, if I didn't have a teacher like Miss Stacy, I'd probably be just sitting down in there on my phone or something.
And so I do want to stress this, and would you agree? And Quentin's around here somewhere over here. Quentin, hop right over here just a second. Right there. Would y'all both agree is coming in here on your very first year coming in, was you intimidated by it? And if so, after being in here, I tried to make it easy as possible and getting in, just working with you. So would you say, hey, to the other students who is thinking about this, don't be intimidated by it. Come in here and give it a try.
Yes, sir.
I tell them, I be like, don't get in there and get it. Take your time. It's gonna come, but it's gonna come slow.
I think one of the things I probably told y'all when you come in, we got a few chairs where I come in sometimes and just sit there and watch them. But I made a comment to y'all when I come in here and I show you how to do it. And I would turn around and walk away. And I said, now, when you get frustrated, just sit down that chair right there and rest a minute, but don't give up. And let the frustration leave, because it can be very frustrating within the first week or two of trying to get an arch started, just trying to keep it from sticking. But it comes a time you get that down, don't it? Yeah. I am Stacy Gass, and I am the welding instructor here with the Butler County Career Academy. Been here now for around 5 years. It has been an honor of mine to be able to work with students, as you've already seen today that we've had out here. We've had a lot of great students have come to this program. My desire is to be able to teach your son or your daughter this trade. Not only just, we want to be able to teach them to do it at a very efficient rate. So when they leave here, if they go to pursue their career in a community college like Reed State, we want them to be prepared. They're already going to be right up to date. We're going to prepare them for a workforce, having a work type ethic, knowing what to do when they get there. And it's been an honor of mine to be here. It's been an honor of mine to work with Miss McLean. And just want to encourage you, if you are a student that's in the Butler County school system, thinking about taking this right here course, we would love to have you. But also to the people that are watching here with us today, if you're in the workforce and if you're looking for some great welders, some great employees that knows how to do trades jobs, guys, I want y'all to give us a chance here at the Butler County Career Academy to be able to come by here, see what we have to offer, and see the students that we have, and just give them an opportunity. We thank y'all so much.